Hi guys, welcome to my channel Happy High Tarot. In today's pick a card reading, we will find out what message does your future self have for you. So you can see an image on your screen right now. You've got three options to choose from. Feel free to pause the video over here, meditate on all your options, pick whichever one calls out to you the most. You'll find the timestamps in the comment section as well as in the description box below. So make your choice and let's get started. Hello group 1, if you guys chose the first image, let's find out what does your future self want to say to you right now. We've got the Two of Wands, the Hermit, the Six of Cups, we have the Knight of Swords, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Star. I love this. So the first thing that I heard was that your future self is coming from a timeline where you are living in a very big manifestation of yours. It's like you're living the dream, something that you are currently hoping for. Your future self has accomplished it. And so that is where they're reaching out from. They want you to know that whatever it is that you're dreaming about right now, it is not impossible because you did accomplish it. And thanks to you, thanks to the efforts, the intentions that you're putting in today, they are having a great time. Oh, and I also heard it's not impossible. Maybe that is something you keep telling yourself on the days when you're feeling a bit low. That, oh, what's the point? It's impossible. It'll never happen. So, well, lo and behold, your future self wants you to know that you did it. It did happen. Also, for those of you who are currently single, like really single as a Pringle, your future self wants you to know, especially with the presence of the Six of Cups over here, that they are happily coupled. They are in a relationship with someone or they are married to someone, depending on, of course, whatever choices you wish to make for yourself. But they have that beautiful companionship, this deep spiritual bond with someone. I also feel like your future self does not live wherever it is that you're living right now. I think that they or you relocated, and that's where your future self is reaching out to us from. So they're living in a different city, in a different state, or for some of you, maybe even a different country. If right now your life feels very dull, very boring, you feel like there aren't enough opportunities for fun, it's the same old, your future self wants you to know that that too has changed. Because with the Knight of Swords over here, they're saying that their life, they sort of balance it between the fast lane and then also a very laid back life for themselves. They're saying that they've got a lot going on for themselves, they keep busy, but it's all the things that they're excited about, all the things that they're passionate about. So it does not really feel like a task. They have fun doing it. They get to go to a lot of places, they get to meet a lot of people, they get to learn about new things, new people, new cultures, new customs, and they enjoy all of that. I also heard jet setting lifestyle. So take that if it resonates. But for some of you, your future self definitely has that jet setting lifestyle. Today they're here, tomorrow they're someplace else. But they like it, they like all of it. Your future self also wants you to know that there is one other personal accomplishment that you've achieved in the future. Currently, or perhaps in the past, you used to depend on other people to guide you, tell you what to do, help you with your decision making. Your future self is wants to let you know that that is not the case in the future. You are now, I mean, not now, as in the future, you're very self-sufficient. You trust your own wisdom. You trust your own inner compass. You follow your own light. You follow your own intuition. And wherever it leads you, that is where you go. Whatever it asks you to do, that is what you do. And by aligning yourself with what feels right in your gut, with what feels right in your heart, is how you've managed to create such a beautiful life for yourself in the future. Lots of happy memories, lots of framed photographs on the walls, good company. Oh, some of you have also found your future, your soul tribe in the future. Especially if right now you're looking for good company, good people to hang out with, true friends, things like that. You have managed to find all of those things in the future. A close knit circle of, you can say, the choicest people that you could have ever wanted to surround yourself with. That is where you are in the future. Your your future self. I'm so used to. Okay, so your future self also says, group one, that there's one more difference between them and you, which is you perhaps spend most of your time in planning out or mapping out things to the T. This is how it has to be done. These are the actionable steps. And you get very excited about the planning stage, but then when it comes to execute those things, you don't. And that is where the difference between your current self and your future self lies, because your future self says that once they know what they want to go after, and once they've checked in with their intuition that yes, this is what I want, they just go for it. They kind of, even you can say, act first and think about the minute things later, and that helps. It makes them feel good. Oh, I also heard that compared to you, your future self always stays in a very, very good mood. So, good mood, good energy, good mental health, and I also heard smooth skin. So, for those of you who are struggling with any acne issues or any other stuff related to dermatology or whatever, so you don't have to worry about that, because in the future, I distinctly heard that you have smooth skin, a glow up. So, that's nice. Okay, now let us take a look at your oracles, group one. So we have bring love into the situation. We've got tortoise that says you're too fragmented, so do whatever it takes to get grounded. We've got go with the flow that says let things happen. And we have ready, set, go that says now is the perfect moment to dive in and embrace your heart's desire. Right. So your future self is making it very clear. Oh, is blue your favorite color, or do you love blue? You should wear more of blue, have more of blue around you. I love it. And I think your future self does too. Or maybe this whole relocation message that I was getting, you might have moved to a place somewhere close to the beach or a coastal area in general, some very popular or prominent water body over there. Okay, so your future self is saying that look, right now the problem is that you think about too many things and mostly they're all in different directions. So it is highly important that you learn how to ground yourself. You can do a lot of things for it. It's basically about bringing the focus back to yourself, like centering yourself. So for that, you can walk bare feet on the grass, you can do breath work, you can practice, of course, yoga and meditation. That should help you. With bring love into the situation, your future self wants you to know that right now, because of the situation of your love life, you might feel like, oh, love is bullshit and it's probably never going to find me and I'm just better off alone. But these are limiting beliefs and they're not helping you, they're not getting you anywhere. Your future self has already told us that they are with a really, really nice person in the future, so it is possible for you. However, with bring love into the situation, this is an action oriented energy, meaning your future self is advising you to go after what it is that you want. So, for instance, if you want love, you have to put yourself out there again. Whether it is asking your friends to set you up, whether it is not saying no to social invitations that are coming your way, whether it is signing up on dating apps, whatever floats your boat, but you have to make sure to do it. Also, with the energy of let things happen over here, I think, see, and we channeled this message earlier also, that you spend more of your time in planning and then rarely any time or less of your time in actually doing. So with let things happen over here and ready, set, go, your future self is, I won't exactly say that they are pushing you for it. I mean, it might sound that way with ready, set, go over here, but there's no sense of urgency. So it's not like they're trying to create any panic in you, but yes, they are telling you that rather than always waiting for, let's say, a Monday to begin things or tomorrow to begin things, why not now? Why not today? Today is as good as any other day. Right now is as good as any other time. So, as soon as inspiration strikes, as soon as you have planned out everything, what it is that you want to do, then just start doing it. Your future self also wants to assure you that when you work towards the things that are aligned with your purpose, things that are aligned with what you want, you will notice that you will not face blockages. One after the other, smoothly, things will keep on happening for you. You just have to have that belief that yes, it is possible. And as we've seen with that star card over here at the bottom of the deck, that it is indeed possible. All right, group one. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hello group 2, if you guys chose the second image, let's find out first using your tarot cards, what does your future self want to say to you right now? We've got the Two of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Page of Wands in reverse, Ten of Wands, and at the bottom of the deck we've got the Star card, which is the same as what group 1 got at the bottom of their deck at the time. If you want to check out group 1, by all means you can. So let's see. Firstly, for sure, your future self wants you to know that they are enjoying a second source of income in the future, and it has made their life much easier than what your financial situation might be right now. They're saying that they realize that right now you're the only one who's managing everything. Maybe you have little to no help from others. They know that you've got a lot of responsibilities, but they're asking you not to give up. They're asking you to rise up to the challenge. And they're also telling me that you are fatigued. They're telling me that these days you get overwhelmed very easily. Your procrastination is actually a sign of burnout. They're giving me all these messages, but alongside that, they are encouraging you to still keep going. Maybe take it down a little bit, as in don't do 10 things in a day, instead do 5 things in 2 days, like that, but don't give up. And the reason why they're asking you not to give up is because they're assuring you that at the end of it, it'll be worth it. This future self of yours, I feel like, is reaching out to us from 2027 or 8. And so you seem to be in a much more comfortable position over here. I mean, look at this fox. Smiling and yet doing weightlifting from both their arms and legs. And meanwhile, over here, we've got so much going on. The zebra is also sweating. The camel is also sweating. The Page of Wands is in reverse. So basically, you will get a grip on it. You will. Things that seem difficult right now, things that overwhelm you right now, will become like child's play for you in 2 years' time. And that is where your future self is at right now. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy for them. But it is your diligence and your effort that has made you the master of these things, because of which in the future, your future self is finding it relatively easy to manage all these tasks. Your future self is also saying that all this hard work won't be for nothing, which is a fear that you might be dealing with right now. What if I put in all the effort? What if I invest my weekends into this thing and then nothing happens? What then? It'll be a massive waste of my time, my energy, my resources. And so because of that fear, oftentimes you don't end up taking the action that you should be taking, even though initially you're very excited about it. But then the thought of failing, the thought of what all will you have to sacrifice in order to get that thing done, it makes you question whether the struggle would be worth it or not. And so mostly you end up delaying the task or not doing it, or at least not giving it your 100%, because that is another thing that your future self is saying. Even you know that you can do more. Even you know that this is not your highest potential. Your future self also wants you to know that there is no reason for you to crush yourself by the expectations that other people might have placed on you. They're saying you don't have to do it for anyone else, you just have to do it for you. Any extra money you want, do it for you. Any side hustle you want to try, do it for your sake, not because it is expected from you. While your future self does, of course, acknowledge the fact that there are a lot of people counting on you, that there are a lot of responsibilities on you, they're saying that how you perceive this reality of yours is what's eventually going to shape your future. Now, of course, you can perceive it two ways. First would, of course, be there are so many expectations, so many people counting on me, I cannot let them down, I cannot take risks. And of course, the other way you can look at the situation is that, oh, I've got so many people rooting for me, I've got so many people supporting me, I've got so many people who believe in me. And so you use their trust and their faith in you as your fuel, as that fire that keeps burning and then gets you to this much, much more calmer and happier place. Work-life balance, you've got it. Extra money, you've got it. There's just so much ease. And yes, with the fox over here and the page of wands in reverse, your future self is also telling you that they're much more shrewd and street smart as compared to you. Maybe currently you're very gullible. It's very easy for people to make you believe in the things that they want to make you believe in. I feel like sometimes, if not always, you encounter people who sell you lies, but that is not going to be the case in the future, because foxes are cunning and you're going to be cunning in the future, and I mean it in the nicest way possible. You will be able to sniff lies from a mile away. It'll be very clear to you when someone is approaching you with good intentions and when is somebody approaching you with bad intentions. You will learn how to bend things to your will. You will learn how to get the most out of a situation rather than crumbling to it. You're really rising up, it's like a seasoned warrior who's not afraid of anything anymore. Okay, let's take a look at your oracles now, group 2. So we have, what do you need to release? Emu, which says this is a good time to go on a new adventure. Leadership, which says set your goals. And we have music for manifesting, which says to manifest rapidly, think of your desire while you chant, hum, sing, or play music. All right, so when your future self says what do you need to release, it can mean different things for different people watching this video today. I feel like they're asking you to let go of limiting beliefs and habits which you know are holding you back in life. Now, while your future self does admit that right now what you're experiencing is a burnout, so it's not that you're procrastinating, it is fatigue. So give yourself the rest that you need, give yourself the rest that you deserve, but after that, get back at it. You have to make sure that you do not let a slip become a slide, group 2. That is what your future self is saying. With what do you need to release over here, and with leadership, I feel like any situation, any connection, any person who is being unnecessarily bossy, who is dictating you, who is ordering you around, and it's just getting manipulative and toxic and you know it, then release that situation, release that connection. Don't think about how would they feel, think about how the hell is it making you feel, and when it's not making you feel good, there is absolutely no reason for you to stay in it. Your future self is also saying that this is as good a time as any to try something new. Going on a new adventure does not necessarily have to be that you pack your sleeping bag and then go somewhere for a trek or a camping trip or whatever. It can simply be trying something different, trying something new, whether it is online, whether it is offline, whatever floats your boat. But at this time, you could really use some new energies, some new outlets for your energy in your life. And I think this is very similar to what we had channeled earlier, that instead of worrying about what other people expect from you, so that is what you need to do, you can set your own goals. You have to be the leader of your own life. Nobody else should be telling you what to do and what not to do. This is your life and you decide what you make of it. If you want to do something today, you go ahead and do it. You don't think about the impact on 10 different people. Especially if there are a lot of people counting on you, then in that case, especially, wouldn't it be better if you are happy? If you're happy, they'll be happy. If you're happy and you're making good money, automatically they'll benefit from it, right? And with Page of Wands in reverse over here with the Lion, you need to be more fierce. You need to be more vocal. You need to take up space. Do not shrink yourself to fit in any box, group 2. Take up space boldly, loudly, proudly. And of course, as a really nice tip, your future self is asking you to use music for manifesting. So this can be anything. You can listen to love songs while you're visualizing or manifesting for a future relationship. You can listen to any money manifestation music, let's say when you're trying to manifest more income for yourself. You'll find a bunch of such meditative frequencies and music videos on YouTube, by the way. So you can use those to your favor. All right. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now, group 2. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hello group 3, if you guys chose the third image, let's start your reading by taking a look at your tarot cards to find out what does your future self want to say to you right now. We have the Seven of Swords. We got Death. We got the Five of Cups. We have the Page of Swords. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Star. Okay, this is so amazing, you guys. You're the third group. Group 1 and Group 2 both got the same card at the bottom of their deck. This is crazy. And yes, obviously I did shuffle. I shuffled right in front of you guys. Okay. Wow. Okay, Group 3. First things first. Not everyone around you is as nice as they might seem to be. And interestingly, your future self says that you already know who those people are. You have received enough signs, enough synchronicities, enough gut punches, intuitive hits, whatever you want to call them, all pinging towards someone or maybe more than one person. Why are you not cutting those people out of your life is what your future self wants you to know. And the reason why they are asking you to do that now itself is so that you do not regret it later. Your future self is saying that there is a chance of you facing disappointment by someone whom perhaps right now you're blindly trusting. You are basically gulping down whatever information they're giving you. You're not doing your own research, you're not doing your own homework. You've basically transferred all power to them. What they say, you believe. But that is not right. With the Page of Swords over here, your future self wants you to be more alert. That is what I'm hearing. Be more alert, be more vigilant. Do your homework, get to Google, dig out the digital footprint of whoever these people are, and then see for yourself whether they are who they claim to be, whether they're feeding you lies or not. And with the Death card over here, along with Five of Cups, I just heard albatross around your neck. It's from a poem whose name I cannot remember right now. Um, we studied it in literature. Anyway, so group three, your future self says that it's like some dead weight basically that you're carrying. If it can be a memory, it can be a connection, it can be a job, a situation. It's just something that has served its purpose. Whatever lessons you were meant to learn from it, that's already happened. But despite that, you're not cutting your losses and you're not moving forward, and it is essentially keeping you stuck. So your future spouse, your future self wants you, sorry, force of habit. So your future self wants you to cut your losses and move ahead in life. Your future self says that, see, it's very clear. You've got two options. You can either keep on sitting and lamenting about the past. Oh, why did this happen? What if this and what if that, and all the ifs and buts you can possibly think of. Or you can look forward to the future. You can change the script, you can change the narrative. Tomorrow will be a new day. And look, this cat, it's smiling. And this bird over here, I don't know if it's a swan or a goose or whatever, sad, right? Just really sad. This is where you are right now, and this is where your future self would like you to switch to. Your future self says that your mind, group three, your analytical skills, the way you are able to pick up on little signs, you're so bloody observant. All these are your powers, all these are like your superpowers. You notice things that other people miss, you notice minute details that other people miss. And so you have to use all of that to your benefit, to your advantage. This is what makes you have an upper hand over other people. It reminds me of Morgan Guillory. I'm watching High Potential these days, and she, thanks to her IQ, has an eye out for things that other people, other detectives keep missing. And she's like, oh, but did you not see this? And did you not see that? I feel like that's the kind of person you are. And so you should use it to your benefit. You should use it to your advantage. Wow, okay. Wow, this is a very serious message, group three. Your future self says that you will regret it in the future if you do not act on something right now. And with the Page of Swords over here, it is most likely linked to something that you wanted to do since a very young age. It does not have to be something creative for everyone. You know, not everyone wants to be a writer, not everyone wants to be a photographer or a journalist or whatever, but it still pretty much is something that you used to be very curious about at some point in your life. You used to wonder about it a lot. Maybe there was a dedicated folder on your PC about tons of articles and everything that you would find on the internet. Kind of like when other kids were busy surfing the internet and playing those online games that we used to have, I remember, you were busy reading up on this topic of your interest. You really were a nerd when it came to this particular thing. And then somewhere along the line, you just, I won't even say gave it up, more like it just faded into the background somewhere. But your future self says that you might be assuming that if you go for this thing, so for the sake of an easy example, let's say that you'd always dreamt of becoming a writer and you spent a lot of your time on these little writing forums online and communities and stuff, pen pal things, whatever. And so your future self says that maybe right now you've got this fear that what's the point? The market is pretty saturated. Who's going to read my book anyway? And so you don't think about it. And you might even tell yourself that, oh, probably I've hit a writer's block. But that is not true. You're just not sitting with your thoughts. You're just not sitting with your feelings. And you do not want to be in a position 10, 20, 40, 50 years down the line when you look back and you're like, that could have been my book on that shelf. That could have been my book that my grandkids would have read. So in order to avoid that future regret, you need to act today, you need to act in the present. There's one more very crucial piece of advice that your future self is giving, group 3. Do not announce your plans. Did you see my voice just broke? Do not announce your plans. Do not announce what you are manifesting or what it is that you're working towards unless and until you fully accomplished it. Because there are people around you, like I said in the beginning itself, who might act like they are really invested in your dream and they want what's best for you, but they don't. It is a sneaky energy. This is really giving evil eye over here. So, have you seen those reels on Instagram where they keep encouraging us to grow in silence? That is what this feels like. You need to grow in silence. And of course, then that growth will speak for itself, but you don't need to go around telling people about it. And when I say people, I don't mean like your closest people, like your spouse or your siblings or your parents or your best friends. Other than that, because I don't think that this is anyone in the inner circle. It's got to be people outside of that. And your future self says you already know who those people are. You have received enough signs, like I said, about it. So just trust what you are feeling. Wow, okay, this has gone on for longer than the other groups. Let's take a look at your oracles now. We have confidence is your key to success. Gorilla, that says take time to listen compassionately to those you love, especially your family members. We have Owl, which says, lo and behold, follow your intuition. And we've got self-employment that says you're a born entrepreneur and your business is surrounded by magical opportunities. So maybe this is what it is. Right now, perhaps you're doing a 9 to 5 and you keep wondering about starting something of your own, but then you're like, what's the point? I probably won't get any success in it, but you will. In the future, you have realized this dream of yours and you're a born entrepreneur. You have what it takes to run a successful business, no matter how big or small it is. So your future self is encouraging you to act on it. And your future self is encouraging you to listen to your intuition. Don't doubt what you are feeling. Don't doubt the intuitive hits that you're getting. Also, if your family members are warning you about someone, but you're like, no, you guys are meddling with my affairs, don't tell me whom to talk to and don't tell me whom not to talk to. But no, just hear them out. Maybe you're missing something that they have noticed. It happens. Like for instance, when your mom says that guy is an asshole, you should probably listen to her, because usually they do turn out to be that way, right? So yeah, this is what it feels like. And don't automatically assume that you will not be met with the kind of success that you want. The more confident you are of your skills, of the effort that you've put in, you will get the kind of success that you want. All right, group 3. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.